Or close to being done. Hello. We're on part 4, right? It's like episode 10, part 4?
I think so.
I could never remember. Also, hi.
Hello, everybody.
There, now we're live on TikTok.
Oh no, now we're live on TikTok. My shenanigans are now on TikTok.
I did forget something.
What?
Take a guess.
Switching your models, Jeffy.
No. I already did that. No, I forgot the bot.
Oh.
It's not my type of genre. I couldn't do it. I can't do turn-based strategy or turn-based. I can do turn-based strategy, but not turn-based.
Derpy can barely do turn.
Yeah, look. That's about as far as I can turn. But we're on episode 10, right?
Yes, we're on episode 10, everybody.
Yes, we're on episode 10 of Ghostly Gossip. I'm your host, Professor Amethyst. It is so weird not saying Derpy.
And I'm the co-host, Sarah Azure, Queen of the Dam.
No, I'm with you there on that one. I try to be blind as possible when picking up certain games. Supposedly good games, too.
I just try to be blind.
You know, with enough effort, you could be blind very easily, Sarah.
Yeah.
Although you wouldn't be allowed to drive then if you were blind.
Then I just... yeah, I wouldn't be able to. Why am I putting all this effort if I want to be blind?
Jeffrey's our bot, and... yeah, Jeffrey's the channel bot, and also the channel mascot.
Yes. A mascot that hasn't been seen in years, I think.
Roughly, yeah. I'm working out something. I'm working out something with bringing Jeffrey back into the stream.
Yes, we'll bring back Entity 000.
Yes, and but yeah, Genta. If I don't know if you've got the message on the Discord, or you're still in the. I think you're still in the server. But if you did, We do have another server that we're doing all of our live notifications on, which I never updated for. I should.
Derpy, I just
Hmm?
realized you never sent out a live notification for this.
You know, I just noticed that too when I just loaded up when I just pulled up the Discord. I am not. We are still getting the hang of things.
Yes.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yes. You'd think we would be professionals since.
We're only on episode 10. We should be
Yeah.
amateurs at most.
Sure. Who is this?
Hmm?
Who's this?
Who's who?
That's what Cloudy asked. Who's this?
Who's this? I wonder, who is this?
This is the professor and the goddess. You can decide which one's which.
I think I already know Cloudy's answer to that.
That you're a goddess and
Yeah.
professor?
Yeah.
Wow, you must think he's your
See?
boyfriend.
See, I know my boyfriend too well.
Yep, I know mine too well.
Oh, and you're talking about Blastos? Or Blastos? That is Zenyatta from the Discord server. From Derpy's basement.
Yes.
Also, I gotta see it to make sure that it worked. I don't think it worked. You know what I just realized? I think I did. Yeah, I closed off my bot again.
Derpy, derpy, derp. No more comment on your actions than we sing your name. Amethyst, amethyst, amethyst.
It's gonna be really hard transitioning from Derpy to Amethyst.
Here, because amethyst is such a long one, you'll just be Amy now.
I was thinking about having that be the nickname. It worked! All right. But Blastos is Zenyatta from the Discord server. I've always wondered that. It's like, we talk as if they know me, but I don't recognize their name. And now I do. Now I know them. Oh, no. Oh, Zentific. Okay. I know too many Zens. I know way too many Zens. We also have someone named Zenyatta. I don't think they're in the Discord server though. I don't think, at least not anymore. No, way too many.
Yeah, there's too many Zen in the basement.
Oh, just so you know, Zenyatta's also into this kind of the same stuff as you. So, and not American, but they're like South Korean. I want to say they're South Korean. It's been a long time since I've seen them online, actually. But I met them on VR chat.
Ah.
Yeah. They're like part of my the OG friend group of my VR chat group.
I only have two friends for VR chat.
Wait, what's half Chinese? Like, what's the other half? I gotta know what the other half is now for what? Chinese and what? Australian.
Austrian.
Austrian. Oh, well.
Austrians and Australians are different people.
Look, I'm American. I don't know my geography that well, even though I know I can point out Austria on the map.
And Australia, hopefully.
We don't talk about Australia. I've also got a friend that lives in Hungary. Or, I actually have never known how to properly pronounce that country.
I think it is just Hungary.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss that friend. I haven't seen him in forever. They were a furry. Border collie furry. They were fun to cuddle with. I know a lot of people outside of the country. Out of America. I met that friend through Second Life.
Strangely, most of my friends are Americans.
Yeah, a good, like, I'd say it's safe to say, like, a good, like, about 40% of my friends are actually non-American. It's like a decent chunk of my friends are not American. But then again, I get along with almost, keyword, almost everyone.
Yes.
If you're French, I'm sorry, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
If
you're a nice French person, I like you.
Yeah. You're a nice French person, but every single fucking French person I've met are fucking assholes.
I know. I have met way too many French people that have not been friendly. Like, there was one, and it's like, I walk out, I go, hi, and then I got like the most bougie as fuck off ever. And I'm like, yeah, you're definitely French. Sarah doesn't play COD. Sarah, you play like Fortnite and Marvel Rivals, right?
Yeah, Fortnite, Marvel Rivals. I'm one of those basic gamers.
I don't know. COD is pretty basic. You know what? I'm in agreement with that. I have not known a French person that does not camp in Call of Duty.
Anyway, we should probably get to the podcast.
We really should. We got... They silenced me with toast.
I don't know what it is. This for some reason feels way more low-key than before.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It feels like we're taking this less seriously for some reason.
No, you can't make me stop eating you. Am I gonna... Too much toast. No more, Cloudy.
Browner and toast, Cloudy.
I'm about to put a freaking cooldown on the toast again. Nope, that's enough toast. No more toast. We need to get started.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no. No more toast. No. Cloudy. You will be punished after stream if you keep up with the toast. There will be a bonk in store for you.
Yes.
Good boy. Well, I'm not going to drink water, but I'm going to drink an energy drink.
Yep. Therapy's crippling addiction.
It really is crippling. I don't have water. It's out in the car.
My water is next to me.
I didn't want to bring in a 40-pack of water.
Nice.
No.
Cold.
No, I'm not going to go and get it. You can't make me. I am in the middle of a stream.
Yeah.
Oh. Sarah, you're being told to hydrate.
Already did.
Oh, yeah. Point shop. Wouldn't surprise me. Twitch is like, a lot of things are broken with Twitch. But we should probably really get started instead of get sidetracked.
It's been like 15 minutes since the podcast really started.
And we have gotten sidetracked the entire time. All right. So, we're gonna do with you know what? Eugene Pioneer Cemetery, since that is the one I have up right now.
Ah.
Is that a follow? I didn't even notice. Oh, thank you for the follow. Wait a minute. Am I in trouble?
Yes.
It was
Always in trouble.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Wait, where's the activity? Shit, it's Amy. Let's run.
Yeah. I can't run. I'm losing the spot.
I'm bugging you and me both. How you doing, Amy? I totally wasn't eating your partner. But ooh, this place is nestled right beside so you need no toast. No toast.
Yeah, no toast. Don't give her any more toast. Toast is just
No
the
toast.
worst for her.
But Eugene Pioneer Cemetery is located in Eugene, Oregon. No, Sarah did not say
toast.
no toast. No toast. No toast. Oh, this is gonna be a long one.
No, I said no.
She DM'd you. Are you DMing?
I did not DM Cloudy. That's not me. I did not.
Wait. So a lot of the stuff is gonna be broken at the moment, so we may need to like refund a bunch of things. I haven't fully transitioned over to my new name yet. Yeah. So, may want to hold off on some of the redeems. But, yeah, no. This burial ground was established in 1872. Wow, that's old. I think that's the oldest one we've done for cemetery.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think the closest one to it was like 1890. Ah! The abuse.
The bonk still works.
Yeah. If it's tied to like my model itself and not actual audio it should work.
Yeah.
But There are like over 4,000 graves in there, including Civil War veterans. Yeah, no, no toast, no toast, no toast.
0 toast.
I'm just getting bogged. Oh, this is gonna be difficult.
Yes.
Oh, and they have early settlers. So, hey,
I think.
oh, I
think
wonder.
I think Cloudy really needs that bong.
I think so
Just
too.
scream.
I think so too. You know what? I'm not gonna eat the toast. It's just gonna sit in my mouth.
Damn, look at what you made her do, Cloudy.
Yeah. You know what? I can't pick which one's worse. But, hey, you want to guess what shows up? What organization shows up?
The Organization of Friendly Gentlemen or whatever?
No.
Friendly Odd Men.
The Oddfellows. Close.
Oddfellows, yeah.
Yes. They're the ones who made the cemetery originally. Okay. This toast was too yummy. I have to eat it.
Look, you have driven her to.
Making me fat and I'm mad at you now. Yes, no, but yeah, no, and yeah, I'm definitely punishing Cloudy after stream.
I'm not surprised.
But what the fuck? What's the Grand Army of the Republic? Like, is that like a Civil War thing? Yeah. It is. It's Civil War. Hey Sarah, are you okay? You look dead over there.
I'm completely okay.
I always thought Sarah looked like that.
I always kind of look dead.
Exactly.
It's almost as if
She has to deal with
in
me.
the underworld. I love how you're like, it's because of me. And I'm just like, it's because Lord Reed.
I make everybody look dead. I think it's because I kill them from the inside out.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, there's music that gets played here at night, apparently. Like, ghosts love to play music. Yes. Yeah, poor Pie. He's been deployed. 12-hour shifts for Lord knows when. And right now he's in the middle of a D&D game. For a couple hours. Yeah, but yeah, they have music that gets played here at night that the ghosts are playing. Now, can you guess what instrument, though? A lot of people hate this instrument.
Bugle.
Wait, that's an instrument? I thought that was food. It is an instrument. I don't know. What's it called?
A French horn.
No. More hated than that.
Banjo.
Even a lot more hated than that. You'll be quite shocked at how many people actually like the banjo.
Uh,
It's really loud and annoying, and it's commonly used in parades.
um,
You'll see a lot of men in skirts.
Bagpipe.
Bagpipes. Yes. They hear people when they're here at night, especially around 10 p.m., we'll hear bagpipes playing. Honestly, I like the sound of bagpipes myself. But that's just me.
Not too close. I'm fine with them. That's because of an auditory thing.
But yeah, no, and then apparently people have reported some of the statues actually moving. So we're not going to... What?
I said it's weeping angels.
Not like moving it in like maybe their hand moves or their face turns or it looks like they're looking at you. I wouldn't say weeping angels, but
it's not. I can't remember that SCP. You know that knockoff organization to ours.
Yeah.
Even though ours were the knockoff.
We are the knockoff. I would not. Now just imagine this. What if the Statue of Liberty was a weeping angel?
Oh, they actually made that a plot point.
For a story, I know. I heard a little bit of the story. So, can you guess what also shows up here a lot? It's a very common occurrence.
The lady in white?
Yes. The lady in white appears here also. I swear, she's all over the place. Like, she's in Japan. She's in Portland. She's in Eugene. She's in Cam. She is all over the fucking place.
I'm sure if I looked hard enough, there'd be ladies in white in Utah.
I totally didn't let her out. I swear.
Yeah, neither of us let her out. That's not roll off the tongue like Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Just pick a place and there's most likely a lady in white story. But apparently some former students decided to do like a little midnight escapade. And they were actually seeing like this. It looked like when they were going through, they felt like these statues were just staring at them as they're walking by. And every time they looked at the statue, it looked like the head was following them.
Creepy.
I know, right?
Creepy. We need to go here and do an official investigation with therapy.
Look. I'll say this. We hit partnered and I'll do live ghost tours. All right. I'll get the equipment and we'll do actual paranormal investigation if I manage to hit partner.
Make her a partner naturally, of course. Don't.
Yeah, do not. No bots. If I catch wind of bots, it's going to be It'll be when I can go full time. Which is going to be post-partner. But, yeah, and then the guards that are there have heard the bagpipes while they're locking up the place. But unfortunately, they've never had any professional paranormal hunters actually go out there.
How unfortunate. We won't have any until we get there.
If it ever happens.
I'll make it happen. I'll make you the most popular streamer in all of Portland.
In all of Portland? I'd rather you not. If it's gonna be Portland, I would choose any other city in the world, just not Portland.
Okay, I'll make you the most popular streamer in all of Wisconsin.
You know what? I'm okay with that because Wisconsin cheese. I love cheese. They got the Green Bay Packers. I'm okay with this.
So it won't even be that you live in Wisconsin. It's just that you are the most popular one there.
You know what? I'm all for it. Because I will set up a P.O. box and they can send me cheese. And why with the toast again?
Because toast is delicious.
You should do a Reddit story while I try to finish this toast.
Wait, that's the end of that?
Unfortunately, most of these do not have a whole lot of. It's very small. I saved the one.
It just felt like it ended. That was the end.
I know, right? Yeah, there's not really a whole. Most of these stories don't have a whole lot going on because it's mostly going to be anecdotal stuff, and I also filtered out any of the obviously fake stuff.
Okay.
Except I like the headite one. I kept that one. No way those statues are actually moving. It's got to be optical illusion or something.
Yeah, unless they're really haunted. And we'll eventually see once Derpy's partner.
See you guys in 4 years when I'm partnered. You're right. It'll be 20.
I don't think Twitch would be around in 20 years.
I don't think Twitch will be around in 2.
Oh, I've got a feeling it's going to be around for at least 5. Anyway, bought my first home and found out it was haunted. I bought my first home in 2003 and was over the moon back when it was way easier to... Yes, Damien?
Don't laugh.
Shortly after moving in, 2 of my neighbors began joking with me about the ghost in my house. Well, I thought they were just joking, so I just played along, pretending I had seen one, and it was no big deal. Well,
it's because he had a small peenie.
That summer, I met more and more of my neighbors, and they all brought up the same topic. Finally, an elderly woman on the block who was quite kind and friendly told me story after story.
I must know so that way I can fix it and change it.
Story after.
Oh, yeah. It'll be changed eventually.
I'd asked her. I knew she wasn't going to screw with my head, which is why I asked her in the first place. Turned out the previous owner purchased the home and never lived there because she said it was haunted. Sounds in the middle of the night, footsteps and sobbing, the glimpses of a man sitting in the kitchen covered in blood. One of my neighbors helped with renovations of the house and said that he was putting up drywall when he felt something lift up his dreadlocks. Though I've had paranormal experiences before, it had been years, and by then I just chalked it up to night terrors. One day, I went to a small neighborhood video store to rent a movie. I had to fill out a form with my demographic data and then my credit card info. The owner of the store looked at the form and said, "Oh my god, you live in that house?" I asked her what she meant, and she explained that her former employee had committed suicide in the house. She came to the house as soon as she'd heard the house had been taped off by the police as a potential crime scene. She told me that he just moved into the house with his partner and called his mom because he wanted to invite her over to meet his partner and come out to her. This was in the 90s when being gay was a big deal. His mother already knew.
Wait. Big bad deal or big good deal? Or like everyone was coming out deal?
I think
I'm thinking bad deal.
yeah, the implications are more that being gay is like, oh yeah, it's way less people are okay with that kind of big deal.
Yeah, because I know when I came out, I got bullied in high school.
I was bullied in high school, but that was by my sister since I was homeschooled.
You know, if I was living with you, I would have bullied you too.
Why? Am I just a bullyable individual?
No,
Or are
I'm
you
just a dick.
bully? I believe it. His mother already knew he was gay because he bought a home with a man and disowned him right over the phone. That same week, he received a letter from an HIV testing center stating he had tested positive for HIV. This is when HIV was a death sentence. He then sat at the kitchen table, ate a bowl of cereal, and shot himself in the head with a revolver.
Holy
Since
fucking
then-
Christ! Did he have to go into that detail, like with a revolver? Like he could have just left it there. He shot himself in the head. There, done.
Since then, she has had multiple paranormal experiences in the store, with videos flying off the shelves and even levitating off the shelves. Most I have experienced is sounds at night, sounds of Cheerios being poured into a bowl. I don't eat cereal, by the way. And sounds of sobbing in the kitchen. I often awaken to both. I remember my grandmother saying, when the dead come to you, they want something. Perform an act of charity in their
It's
name
amazing, isn't
and
it?
pray for them. What?
Also, welcome to the stream.
Yeah.
They popped in at an amazing timing. I don't know when they
Yeah.
popped in, but
It was when the gunshot happened. This is how I know I'm not that dyslexic, because people are just like, oh yeah, I read that as poop.
yeah, gunshot. That's when they popped in. Also, welcome.
So I performed that act of charity. I sat down at the kitchen table one night, lit a candle, and told him that each night I recite a novella prayer for him before I lit a candle on the 9th night of the first novella. Novena. I can't pronounce that word.
okay.
Novena.
I if I could give you a heart, I would give you a heart. Like if I could move my arms and give you a heart, I would do it.
Saint Anthony, patron saint of lost souls. I heard uncontrollable sobbing. I felt a strong presence of grief and despair, and the sound of hyperventilating, but rather hyperventilating breathing, as though someone could not catch their breath. I sat in the presence of this, knowing it was not malignant, but rather a connection of intimacy and compassion of which he was in need of. For 45 days, I said a novena prayer before I lit a candle for his soul. and had a mass said in his name. A few times I had awakened to feel his presence standing over my bed, but knew it was not malignant
Look.
presence.
It wasn't him. It was me.
Obviously, it's always you, Dippy.
I gotta be the weird one here, all right?
And apparently, these events still happen from time to time for this person, but in less and less frequently.
Any more?
I do have more stories, but that was the end
Oh,
of
no,
that
no, no, no.
story.
No. Oh, okay. I totally wasn't trying to put my mic in my mouth again.
Derpy,
But
you
at least I muted myself this time when I was doing it.
you need to stop being a weirdo.
Oh,
Why not? Hmm?
because it's in my nature. It is in my DNA. My genes. Literally, my genes.
I'll get Cloudy to take off your jeans.
Lewd.
Obviously.
But yeah, Abyssal Demon, welcome to the channel. We are weird and like off-putting at times.
Yeah.
Actually, primarily me being off-putting.
Yes, I'm rather pleasant.
No, I can't stop being weird.
Yeah,
Being a bully, that only happens when am I ever a bully?
I have no idea. I know one person I'd probably consider you a bully, but
Wait,
I'm not
which one?
mentioning them.
Tink?
No. Oh yeah,
'Cause I
actually,
was-
no, yes, Tink.
Yeah, because I forgot. I was totally bullying Tink in one of the last streams. And then she was just throwing it right back at me. Or at least trying.
Yeah, but that's just how friends are.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
if I
apparently
bully
that
you,
scares Cloudy.
you have full reign to bully me back. I will gladly accept it because I deserve it. I was playing Repo and I just kept smashing items into Tank, making her ragdoll. It truly is. And for shameless plugins, we do have a Discord server. Feel free to join it. It is welcome to all, and all is welcome. If you're on Twitch, hit that. Is it follow or is it subscribe button? I
Follow.
can never tell.
Subscribe is the money type.
Okay, so hit that follow button.
And obviously, if you really want to support the streamer, you can.
I guess you can subscribe, but you don't have to.
Yes.
I think it's cheaper to go with Twitch Turbo if you want that
that's
ad-free viewing experience.
That's why I didn't say if you want an ad-free viewing experience.
That's
Why I
fair.
said if you really want to support your streamer.
Actually, if you really want to support your streamer, just hit that share button and send it to your friends and spread my weirdness to everybody.
Yes. Make sure that Derpy infects all of the internet.
Yes. And for YouTube and TikTok. Wait, no. For YouTube, hit that follow or hit that subscribe button because you guys got the subscribe button. You do? Aww. But yeah, more people the better. Yeah. And for TikTok, hit that plus. I know you can do it. If not, well, I'm sorry. You'll miss out on the next stream, which is like 2 weeks after we finish this one. And we should. But yeah, no, we have like a new Discord server and all that now, and this one is purely for the stream. The other server that we are using is going more of a chill and hangout spot for like friends and friends of friends.
Yeah.
This server is actually going to have all of our lore in it. And universe and all that. We figured since I was being forced to rebrand, well, didn't technically have to rebrand, but with the name change as drastic as this, may as well rebrand.
Yeah.
Going from Ditzy Derpy to Professor Amethyst is quite a drastic change.
Only my subtitle has changed.
So I decided, screw it, why not? Let's create an SCP like universe. I actually do like the SCP Foundation and all that, but it's very difficult to do anything with that group when it comes to like including adding to the lore and all that. It'll be a lot simpler if you guys want to add to the lore or interact with the universe. It's just literally contact like one of the staff. So
I still don't actually know who the staff are.
You know what? That is a totally fair point, considering that I haven't fully finished the server yet, which is on my to-do list for today.
Yeah, Derpy, you should do that. Be a professional streamer.
Pandora. Did I have Pandora in my name?
Yeah, Mama Pandora at one point.
It was Mama Pandora at one point? Damn. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, when you got your first strike against your name.
I thought that was Mama Derpy.
Well, you were Mama Derpy when you got the strike, and then you changed to Mama Pandora.
Oh, yeah. And then I was able to change back to Derpy afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, I am glad to have you back.
You're always happy to have returners.
Yes. But we should probably just like run the ad break now, so that way we can get on to the next. There will be about 3 minutes of ads, and after that we'll be doing Yaquina. No, not Yaquina. I decided to hold that off to the next one. We're gonna do Marshfield High School, since we mentioned about schooling earlier today.
Yes.
In this stream. Unfortunately, this one's also a small, short one. There's not a whole lot that happens at this school. But how often do you get a school that actually has ghost stories, like proper ghost stories, and a history to back it up?
That bot was taken care of quickly.
I know. I like that Sari bot thing. So I'll see you guys in like 3 minutes. All I'm gonna do is just bathroom, grab more drinks or caffeine, and then I'll be right back. Okay, that sounds good to me.
Welcome back.
I totally forgot to grab my headphones when I walked back in my room.
How could you, Derpy?
I'm a very forgetful person. But at least I got him back before the ad break was done.
Yes.
You know, I just realized I have a whole lot of shit I gotta do today.
Yes. I have barely anything. I just have to listen to videos and watch documentaries. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. Hopefully the ad break wasn't too bad. If it was, I do apologize. Fortunately,
server voted to keep ads.
They really wanted me to have toast. So, but at least you get the channel points, and yeah, there are some people who are just like, no ads. But unfortunately, because I am affiliated, I have to have the ads. I could, and I'd rather have control over the ads than have no control. So, but now let's get right back into this. We are going to be talking about Marshfield High School. This is in Coos Bay, Oregon. You know, I've had some people tell me I should go down to Coos Bay. Apparently, Coos Bay is a really nice place. Apparently, the beach there is also really nice. Not been there. I don't like going into Oregon because that means I have to go through Portland, and I don't like Portland. And going around Portland is just as bad.
Yes.
But this high school was established in 1939.
That's long, man. Good.
I know, right?
Almost as old as you.
Ah! All right, you have a good one, Zen. And toast. Of course, toast.
Of course.
But, yeah, no. And, yeah, and this school is also built right next to a cemetery. And the cemetery was built in 1891.
Huh.
So now you see why there's actual ghost stories, right?
Yes.
They made some renovations, adding a new hall they call Pirate Hall in 2000. And yep, Pirate Hall. Why? I don't know why they named it Pirate Hall.
Because they thought it would be funny.
Actually, wait. No, yeah, they're not. It's not near that place. But now, during the time there, like staff and students have heard creaking and voices in empty hallways, especially during the late hours. Well, I'm not going to use the principal's actual name. The principal has also had routine experiences of hearing sounds within the building while the building is closed and nobody in the building.
Ah.
So now the librarian has had experiences here too. Where the bathroom's right near the library, in the boys' bathroom, to be more precise, would randomly flush on their own. And they got like apparently they got like the more modern version of the toilets.
No sensor?
No, not that one. Like the ones where you actually have to press the handle for it to flush. So it's not like where like, hey, it was leaking water into the bowl and it eventually just flushed itself. Type deal. Like you actually have to press the handle down for it in order to flush. It's like a high pressure flush system. Thank you for the like. Of course, Claudia.
Of course. It's always close.
And these happen late at night also. So, both the principal and the librarian, while the building has been closed and they're working late, have reported shadowy figures in hallways, the library, classrooms. Yeah, so a lot of these stories are from them. Then, on top of that, the school also has an underground tunnel.
Why does it have an underground tunnel?
It used to be steam tunnels.
Okay, that actually makes completely sense.
So, but they have deteriorated to the point of where they're closed and been sealed off due to safety concerns. But they have reported hearing noises coming from those tunnels.
This could be ghosts, or even just there are still people down there.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards ghosts though, because they closed those off a long time ago, and if anyone is down there, they're long dead.
I mean, like maybe people snuck in and sneak in constantly.
I mean, that's if they didn't seal it off with concrete, yeah. Or that would mean that there's another entrance into the tunnels that they don't know about.
Yeah, they may have not sealed it off with concrete. There may actually be reasons they couldn't do that.
True. But generally tunnels like that get sealed off with concrete due to just keep people out. Or they use grates.
Yep. They use a grate.
A grate? That is great. Such a great.
Greatest grate ever been graded.
Cloudy. So many likes. 131 likes just from Cloudy alone.
It's because your boyfriend loved you.
He loves me so much. Now, they have not had any paranormal investigations there. Probably won't because it is a school. And so there probably won't ever be any paranormal investigators that ever go there. Proximity to the cemetery is one of the reasons why it could be haunted, but there is a rumor involving the pool. And there's a legend about a pool being beneath the West Gym. Now, whether a pool exists or not, no one's able to verify. And if there is, but there used to be a pool in the parking lot of the Pirate Hall. And then it was paved over and all that. So
they paved over Paradise to put up a parking lot.
Yeah, they paved over a pool in the parking lot. So
just had to make the joke.
Now, I'll go on to the next one. This one is a lighthouse. And it's Yaquina Bay Lighthouse. It's in Newport, Oregon. I probably butchered that, but I don't care.
Man, you think Derpy cares? Derpy don't care.
But it is perched on a bluff, and if I remember correctly, a bluff is just basically it's like a rock outcrop.
Yeah.
That faces out towards the ocean type deal, almost like a cliff side, but much smaller. Closer to a peninsula, if anything, but on a much smaller scale. And this lighthouse was built in 1871 and then decommissioned 3 years later.
What?
Yeah.
That's
weird,
bizarre.
isn't it? Because of its short time, they think there was something happened to cause that and that place being haunted. Now, a lot of this, there's even a fictional story based off of this lighthouse.
Oh, that's why you asked me.
Yeah, this is why I was like, is fictional real or not? I could never remember for some fucking reason.
Derpy.
Yes, but it's called Mario's Trevnard Tales? Mario's Trevnard Tales? I don't know how to pronounce the middle one.
Don't send it to me, so that I may pronounce it better than you.
Yes. Yeah, apparently, this is like based off of this lighthouse.
Mario Revenard's Tale.
And it was a fictional story published in 1899.
Oh.
And it tells about a young woman named Mario who vanished inside the lighthouse, leaving behind only a bloodstained handkerchief. Despite it being fiction, apparently it ended up tying into the history of this lighthouse, entwining itself with the lore. And people who go to visit it ask about the bloodstains.
Well, sometimes that does happen. Where fiction gets intertwined with the real.
And the reason why it was decommissioned 3 years later is because they found a better place to place the lighthouse.
Yeah, it seems fucking weird.
I know, right? Like, wouldn't you have found that within the 3 years already, before, while it was being built?
Yeah, wouldn't you done better research?
I know, right?
Then again,
But
I work with companies that are just the most biggest fucking idiots ever.
yeah, no, but yeah, no, people have reported seeing ghostly apparitions here, female, and they believe it to be Mario, despite her not really existing. But there are some lore that is basically, if enough people believe it, it will exist.
Yes.
So, who knows? Apparently, there's rumors that a captain also died here. It'd be Captain McClure. And his ship.
Captain, you died here.
Yeah, and he sank near the Devil's Punch Bowl in 1874. And so they believe his spirit haunts the area Where is the
I
devil's
wonder if
punch?
he's trying to spike the punch bowl.
I'm wondering too. But I gotta. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so Devil's Punch Bowl is basically it's an area that where there's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like a hole in the ground that's like in a it's almost like a cave, but it's not a cave. It's not expansive enough to be a cave. It just literally goes down. It's like a hole in the top of this rock formation that goes down to the beach level. And during high tide, it gets filled in with water.
Oh.
That is the Devil's Punch Bowl, and it is near the lighthouse.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, apparently a ship sank near there, and the captain died, and they believe that he haunts the lighthouse.
Not hunts?
Not hunts. No, haunts.
It'd be pretty weird to hunt a lighthouse.
Yeah. Yeah, and apparently, there are like actual people, like people have reported experiences there that are haunted experiences there. In 1970, hitchhikers that spent the night there have reported seeing a ghostly figure floating outside a window. Female, to be more precise.
Maybe that's a non-existent person that definitely was there.
And then some Newport residents have reported seeing faint lights appearing at the lighthouse tower at night. They're also believing it's Muriel's restless spirit.
Maybe she became so restless because everyone thought her books were real.
Exactly, that's what I'm wondering. Like, let her sleep, let her rest in peace. If I was in her situation, I'd be doing more than haunting the place. You'd see that light turn on and it starts spinning at random points of the night. Maybe even stop at somebody's house going, I see you! Because clearly the town people can see it from where they're at.
Yeah.
Treat it like a little spotlight.
But you're more of a gremlin than most people, Derpy.
This is true. And that is it for that lighthouse. I can continue on.
How many do we have?
We have 3 more.
How about you do one more and then I do a red story?
All right, let's do the place that it's as haunted as it looks to be haunted. It's called Battery Russell in Fort Stevens State Park, Warrant, Oregon. I saw the pictures of this place and I was like, yeah, this place looks like it's fucking haunted. Now, this is near Astoria, Oregon. And it was constructed in the early 20th century and played a role in the defense of the Pacific Northwest during World War II. And so, didn't know that World War II well, actually, no. World War II did get to American soil after Pearl Harbor. Or during... A plane actually made it to the mainland of America at one point. It could be this place. Because it was in Oregon, if I remember correctly. But today it's just a decaying concrete structure and shadowy corridors.
Shadowy corridor.
Yes. No, the pictures that I saw, I'm just like, yeah, no, this place looks haunted.
Now I need to see them.
Yeah, no, definitely. I highly recommend if you guys can. Like, go off stream for a moment, look up Battery Russell. Like, all the pictures that I've seen of it, it looks haunted. And I'll give you guys a few seconds.
Yeah. Old, decrepit, haunted looking.
Like, that is like, when I saw that, yeah, that definitely haunted. Yeah, but Fort Stephen was established in 1863 during the Civil War and remained active until 1942. And Battery Russell was completed in 1904. So, it was there for World War I and II.
Ah.
Although I think it only played a role in World War II.
Obviously, if I remember my history is correct, World War One we participated in, but never had to fight on our soil for.
No, not on our soil. I mean, we did fight, but we fought overseas.
Otherwise, there'd be a lot more mines and trenches over here.
Touche, fair point. They did try to modernize the fort, but gave up in 1942. But oh no. Oh wow. So here's what happened to it that caused it to play a role. In June 21st of 1942, the Japanese submarine I-25 fired 17 shells at Fort Stephen, marking the only time a military installation in the big word basically inside the United States was attacked during World War II.
Continental?
No. Contiguous?
Contiguous.
Contiguous! That sounds right. That sounds right. And the damage was only minimal, and no casualties were reported for it. Now, let's get into the actual haunting stuff for this. You guys ready?
Yeah.
We have the ghostly soldiers that wander and patrol the fort at night. People who have visited there at night have reported seeing 1940 military uniformed soldiers patrolling the area and then disappearing when they get close to them. And they're often seen carrying flashlights too. People have heard, campers and hikers have heard footsteps around the areas of this fort. But there's no one nearby at all when these happen. I want to go to this place even more now.
Obviously.
People have reported strange orbs of flashing lights observed in wooded areas surrounding the battery. And they're often attributed to the lingering spirits of soldiers. In the battery chambers, random locations will just end up having a cold spot for no reason at all, even in hot weather. Some actual accounts that have been reported. A couple was walking along the seaside promenade, reported encountering a man in vintage military uniform. After giving a brief nod, the figure vanished when they turned back to look at him. And then, of course, the campers and hikers who, there was a set of campers who heard footsteps are circling their tent at night. But when they went out to go and investigate it in the morning, there was no signs that anyone was near their tent at night.
Creepy.
I know, right? Now, I will say this. For the next two that we have, they do need to be done together because they do intertwine with each other.
Okay. I will do a Reddit story or two.
Sounds good. Gives me a chance to rest my voice.
Yes. Rest that voice, Derby, while I talk about the ghost of OP's suicidal ex. My boyfriend of many years passed away about 2 years ago due to suicide, and it was incredibly hard. I spent a long time grieving, but recently I started dating someone new, and after about 5 months together, things had been going well. However, last night, around 2 a.m., I woke up and walked to the restroom, and nothing was unusual, with my boyfriend sleeping in the room. As I walked past the door, I saw the ghost of my ex. I was in such a shock that I couldn't move. He just stood there, staring at me for a few moments before fading away. He appeared as a dark shadow, but I could still make out his features. Surprisingly, I wasn't scared. In fact, there was something very calming about his presence, almost as if he were at peace. I'm left wondering if he came to check on me, or maybe just to say hello. It was a very crazy experience. I'm still in shock.
You know, when I die a million years from now, I'm gonna go and do the same thing to you.
Well, good thing I'm an immortal being, so...
So I am going to go and just randomly pop in, give you a brief nod, and then leave.
Creepy whatsoever.
What?
I said that's not creepy at all.
It's not supposed to be creepy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not at all. Ooh.
But I'm gonna do it at the most inconvenient time, like you're in the bathroom or showering.
Think of a cute one. Fucking.
No, for that one, I decided I'm gonna just go and just like hang from the ceiling. Look at you go. They can't see me, but you can.
You start giggling then.
See, I gotta be creepy at some point.
Yeah, but I wouldn't find that creepy.
You wouldn't find it creepy to see a face peeking through the ceiling, staring at you while you're having sex, and then going, they can't see me, but you can.
If it's your face, I
How
would laugh.
is that not creepy?
Because I think I would just recall back to this moment.
What's the next story?
My husband died in 2020.
Man, these are very like sad stories of people dying.
Would you like the one about the family of four who dies of AIDS?
No, I'll pass. That one sounds even more sad.
Oh, yeah. After he died, I found a series of very unpleasant things about him. It was devastating and took me more than 3 years to come to grips with. He died in August of 2020, and I sold our condo in June of 2021. He had renovated the entire condo kitchen, both bathrooms, floors, trims, doors, everything. Took nearly 3 years. I have two small dogs, and when the realtor told me someone was coming to see the property, I took the dogs and locked the door and went outside. The realtor told me to be out for about 30 minutes. After that period of time, I went back upstairs. The door was locked. I entered, and when I did, it looked as if people had been there. Doors were moved, and the entire laundry door was wide open. I had closed them. They were barn-style doors. I then got a text from the realtor asking me why I didn't put the key in a lockbox on the main floor so people couldn't get in with their realtor. I'll be honest, I was in a bad place after he died, particularly after what I found, and thinking in detail was not something I was doing. I went to the main washroom and saw that the bath mat was sitting over the tub. Not the way not like how I had left it. I touched it and felt water, almost like someone got out of a shower and had been standing on it. It was a fairly big apartment, 2 bedrooms, and an office. When the dogs and I were in bed at night, I could hear noises in the kitchen after he died. I was too afraid to get out of bed.
I'm not
It was a
distracting
concrete.
you, am I?
No.
Okay, good.
I was too afraid to get out of bed. It was a concrete building, and we couldn't hear anything people were doing in apartments near us, so hearing something was very unusual. I moved in June of 2021 to a new condo. The first night there, I was alone. The dogs were being taken care of. I was laying in bed, not asleep, lying on my side at the edge. I felt someone brush past me. My hair actually moved. It scared the hell out of me. I lay there for a few moments, afraid to move. Finally, I moved again. Recently, far from where I had been living. Last Christmas Eve, I was in bed. My bedroom door was open, and I clearly heard 3 knocks on the door. It happened twice. This also really scared me. I have never been one to think of the spirit world until recently. Last Christmas, I made statements out loud and told him to leave me alone. So far, all has been good. The last 4 years has been a real roller coaster.
Spooky.
Yes.
Just sent a ting randomly. My boobs bounce. You know the most amusing thing is, every time I went to go make my boobs bounce, he started staring.
I did not mean to do that.
Beautiful. So, all right, we got the last 2 when it comes to the stories. We got Tillamook Rock Lighthouse and Highway 101, and they are connected because Tillamook Rock Lighthouse actually can be seen off of Highway 101, and I think Highway 101 also goes past it.
Oh.
So, we're going to start off with the lighthouse, though, where we get ghost ship sightings. Bet you weren't expecting that now, were you?
Wasn't all ghost ships by a lighthouse?
I know! Well, none of the other lighthouses have ghost ships, but this one does.
In my personal opinion, the reason for the lack of ghost ships is because when you think of ghost ships, you think of Europe and all that region.
Yeah.
So I would think if we saw more, when we get to the East Coast, there'll probably be more ghost ships.
Probably. What I was thinking about doing, though, once we're done with Oregon, we'll put it up to a poll. I'll pick a bunch of random states, and we'll do those states. We'll do the whichever one wins.
Yeah.
Let the viewers decide which areas we do.
Let the viewers decide, for they are just as important as us.
But Tillamook Rock Lighthouse is just off the coast of Cannon Beach, Oregon. Which I have no idea where that is. I know where Tillamook is. Not the lighthouse, but I know where Tillamook is. So, this lighthouse was operational from 1801 to 1957. It took its death, its first death happened before the construction even happened, actually. Yeah, in 1879, Master Mason John Trewavas was swept away by a rogue wave, and they never found his body.
It wasn't a fighter wave?
No, it was not a fighter wave. It was a rogue wave. It caught him by surprise.
Yes.
And the treacherous conditions continued to proceed after that. It is apparently a very dangerous area with lots of big waves.
Sounds like you don't want to be there during tidal season.
You know what? Rock.
Lobster?
Lighthouse. Is this? Yeah. This is the lighthouse I was thinking. This is the lighthouse where it gets battered by waves every day. And that no one's allowed to go to it. And it's out in the middle of like the ocean type deal. It is like too dangerous to work here or to be on this island because you will most likely get swept away by the waves. So once I took a picture, looked it up, and I saw one particular picture, I was like, "Yep, I know exactly what this one is." Highly recommend looking it up. It is an interesting rock formation. So, this place is abandoned. Just so you guys know. The lighthouse was first lit in January of 1881. And there was a British ship that wrecked nearby it called the Lupatia? Lupatia? Yeah, and it wrecked nearby during a storm. And all 16 crew members died in that wreck. And the only one to survive was a dog.
Well, obviously, good boys survive.
Yes.
That's why Cloudy would survive that.
That's why I wouldn't.
Obviously. You're not good or a boy.
But yeah. Because of these tragedies, the lighthouse got its reputation. Let's get into like the reported hauntings. Now,
Mhm.
people have reported witnessing a phantom ship sailing through the fog, and they believe it to be the Leptuia or Lupatia.
Lupatia. Though that sounds too Spanish, actually.
I mean, it's the British. They steal
They
everything.
stuff. Yeah, they steal everything. They stole a Lupatia from the Spanish.
And they believe it's eternally doomed to navigate the treacherous waters around there. Which, do not go swimming in that area. It is not safe. Not a safe place to swim. People have heard, like people who actually have visited the lighthouse have heard disembodied voices and moans in the lighthouse. And they believe it's the restless spirits. Me personally, I think it's a mix of the restless spirits and the lighthouse trying to collapse on itself.
Probably.
And
I want to die.
just let me die. These waves, they're brutal. People have also reported seeing the former lighthouse keeper on the island. And he loved that lighthouse so much, he wanted to be buried on the island.
Was his wish granted?
Yeah, I wasn't able to find anything about that, unfortunately. Now, there was, I did read one story that was about like a previous lighthouse keeper that apparently killed his replacement. Like they sent somebody to replace him, and he apparently killed that lighthouse keeper. But I couldn't find any verified facts that would make it true. But yeah.
Well, there's a chance you'll go crazy at a lighthouse.
There is a very high chance, especially one like that. That is a very isolated area. That is
That's
like
usually why they try to have at least two at a
Yeah.
lighthouse.
Yeah, that would be almost like level. That is close to the levels of isolation of like Point Nemo, which is the most isolated point in the world. Like the close.
Point Nemo?
Hmm?
Would you ever go to Point Nemo if you could?
No. I can't see the
Why?
bottom of the floor of the sea floor at Point Nemo, so no. And the closest human will be up in space.
Oh.
Yeah. yeah, literally, if you're in Point Nemo, the closest human is on the International Station. Or the ISS space station. That is the closest humans to you at Point Nemo.
But Derpy, you just said the International Space Station.
I know.
Station.
I know. But no, I would never go to Point Nemo.
Would you ever go to space if you could?
Oh hell yeah, in a heartbeat. I want to fly a spaceship and go visit other planets. God damn it. Why do you think I like space games so much? I just don't play them because there's no one to play with.
Yeah, the only quote unquote the only single player one that came out recently is not great.
I know, right?
That Star one from the city.
Starfield?
Yeah, Starfield. I
think
forgot
that's
its
its
name
name.
because it was so. What?
I think that's its name. Is it Starfield?
Let's see. No, it's Star something. But it's not Star System.
No, Star Citizen's 100 times better than that. You
Okay,
just
yep,
need
it's
money.
Starfield.
It is Starfield?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, not that good of a game, guys.
Yeah, they filled it, as someone once described, it is a wide pool of content with no depth.
Yep. Granted, I'll give them this. They got replayability down. That's about it. You're just
Isn't like the ending of the game basically, okay, now restart the game.
pretty much, yes. Then it's like lie or be honest. That is your options for it. When you restart, you can lie and say you're so and so, or you can be honest and be like, yeah, I came from the future. I know a different version of you. Or no, not from the future, another dimension. I know another version of you, and we were great pals. And it does change out the dialogue.
I think for the most part, I'd lie if it was actually me coming back to this alternate dimension. And then if it kept on happening, I would just start telling the truth. I'm like, it's more interesting to be honest than to lie, because...
So I'm going to say this. So that dimension, like the dimension that you first start off with, is the only dimension where your character survives. And you just take the place of your character in the other dimensions. Your character is supposed to die at before they even meet anyone important. Yeah, kind of like boring gameplay, to be honest. But guess what? You get stronger each time. But yeah,
because you're becoming the one, like in that one movie, the one.
Yes. Now there have been paranormal investigators who are interested in going there, but don't want to take the risks that are required to take going there.
Understandable.
Very understandable, because you can actually lose your life there. Rogue waves hit that place a lot.
Yep, if it was Paladin waves, you'd be fine.
And for those who don't know what a rogue wave is, think a tsunami but bigger. And no warning sign. They literally just show up out of nowhere. And you won't see them coming, because when you're there, it'll look like the sea is just fine, and then suddenly you drop down and then get hit with the wave.
Yep, the wave's sneak level is 100.
Yes, the wave sneak level is 100. Although, if you watch Deadliest Catch, there's been a few episodes where rogue waves have hit the ships there.
I've never watched Deadliest Catch.
Yeah, it's what you would expect from TV about a certain job. Drama. Oh, someone got injured. Drama, drama, drama. Oh, this ship is sinking. Yeah, that's... Someone went overboard. Most entertaining parts is when the bad things happen.
Obviously.
Which is sad. Then...
Oh, for an entertaining job.
What's up?
I said, it's not a very entertaining job. Just
True.
A dangerous job.
True. True. It's a very dangerous job. So, now, next up, we're doing Highway 101. Which is a very long stretch. I think it's a very long stretch. I think it goes from, like, North Oregon down to Southern Oregon. I do not remember. Route 101. No, it goes from... I think it from the looks of it, from Seattle all the way down...
Tumwater, Washington to Los Angeles, California.
Yeah. So that is a really long road. Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that is long. That's gotta have a lot of haunted tales in the other states.
Yeah.
But this road was constructed in the early 20th century. And has been a vital artery for commerce and travel along the West Coast. And its path will weave through historic towns, ancient forests, and sites of maritime tragedy, aka Tillamook Rock. You can actually see it from Highway 101. And pretty much all of its hauntings and that has happened happens all along the entire highway for the most part, with some some happening at certain areas. You got like the Bandaged Man. This one is actually an Oregon folklore, and they said this guy haunts Highway 101 near Cannon Beach, and he's described as a mummy-like entity wrapped in bandages, bloodied bandages. And he's reportedly jumped into the bed of pickup trucks and appear in the rearview mirrors before vanishing. I'm sorry, if that would have happened to me, I'd just floor it. But if he popped in the back of the pickup truck, I'd slam on the brakes and then floor it.
Of course you would.
Hey, I know how momentum works. God damn it! I know how to use physics to save myself. But apparently this person emits a foul odor, that of like a dead animal, from those who have witnessed this guy. So, hey, you want to guess who's here?
A lady in white.
The Lady in White! Same stretch as the mummy of the Bandaged Mummy Man. Right along Cannon Beach. Drivers have reported sightings of a faceless woman in a flowing white dress gliding along the roadside, disappearing, leaving unsettling silence. Like, any form of creatures around the area are silent. Which, if anyone knows anything about nature, that is not normal.
Yes. It's not normal. Your bugs, birds.
Yeah.
Coyotes.
So, now let's go over to Wheeler, Washington. Where on Highway 101 there is a historic hotel there. And it's said to be the home of several benevolent spirits. Wait, is benevolent good or bad?
Good.
That's
Malevolent is the bad.
good.
You should
Okay.
know this, Derpy.
I
You're
should-
the ghost expert.
I should know this, and I have the attention span of a Cocker Spaniel.
Yes.
Actually, I think a Cocker Spaniel has more attention than me. But guests have reported televisions turning on by themselves, indentations appearing on the bed, as if someone was unseen was just sitting there watching TV. Have you ever had that experience?
No.
Someone just going in and just sit on your bed and you feel your bed sink down? But when you look in that area, there's no one there.
No, I have not.
I have. It is scary as fuck. And I just go, it's like, it's tricking my mind. It's tricking my mind. Nope. Can't be. Nope. This ain't real.
That's what they all say before they suddenly die.
Yep. But yeah, nope. And then you got the Tillamook Rock Lighthouse. People have reported seeing some of the spirits of people who've died out there on the side of the road. So, yeah, no. Whatever that's going on over there spans all the way over across the water onto the highway.
Very creepy.
Now-
Very creepy.
People have reported throughout the highway from from Washington down to California, phantom hitchhikers, where someone will just stop to pick up a hitchhiker, and while they're driving with that hitchhiker, for that hitchhiker to just vanish.
That's why you never pull over for hitchhikers. It's either a ghost
Or a serial
killer.
And if you get into that weird situation where you're the serial killer that kills hitchhikers, and the hitchhiker is a serial killer, then you guys just work it out and figure out how that's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Preferably offing both of yourselves, but
Unless you're a serial killer, 'cause then stick around until you handle all the serial killers and then kill yourself.
I don't know. I may want to keep that one.
So you want to keep around the Dexters of the world.
Yes.
Okay.
Why not?
No problem.
I mean, there are a bunch of horrible people in the world that they're gonna be. It'll be a long time before they're done. Very long time. And then we go down into Lincoln City. Actually, where is Lincoln City?
It's right next to Lincoln Logs.
I'm kind of curious where Lincoln City is. Although, it looks like my type of place, to be honest. Just from the pictures that I saw. Okay, it's in northern Oregon, kind of. It's just south of Portland. Well, okay, southwest of Portland, but I don't know. It kind of got that small town vibe. But
Small town city.
yeah. But the Taft District is known for having a bunch of ghostly legends. So, there didn't really go into details, unfortunately, when it came to that. It was really hard to figure out. Oh, I might end up going and looking more detailed about that. trying to see if like focusing purely on the city rather than Highway 101.
Hmm.
But yeah, no. Then the notable encounters. We had so there are trails near Highway 101, and people have reported seeing phantom tail lights on some of those trails, which is weird. Why would there be tail lights on the trails? But they're also been reported on the roads. But people who have found them on the roads would drive up to them, only to find no vehicle there. So the ghosts know how to drive.
Yes.
That's kind of scary, honestly. I don't know how I feel about that, considering how bad of drivers people are around here. Are they If they're better, I'm all for it. If they're worse,
they're better drivers because they're from the past.
Maybe. But then, as I talked about, the vanishing hitchhikers. Now, I honestly, I'd pick up a vanishing hitchhiker.
Obviously, you would.
I mean, why not? And there have been actual paranormal investigations, but because these incidents doesn't happen all the time, it has been very inconsistent with these investigations. Some investigators find evidence, some don't. But as with anything supernatural, is the supernatural ever consistent?
Yeah, it's never, ever consistent.
And when it is consistent, there's usually a reason why.
Yeah.
But I just want to say thank you guys all for joining us tonight, or today, or for today, this afternoon, or whatever time it is for you. But thank you guys all for joining. If you're on TikTok, please hit that like, follow, or hit that plus button. And hit the like button.
If you're on TikTok, you vanished about some time ago.
Oh, I vanished. Apparently I was disconnected due to inactivity.
Huh?
Yeah. I don't know what was inactive, but you know what? Damn, I really did vanish some time ago. Like an hour and 35 minutes was the full thing.
Yes. Anyway, for the other streams, like, follow, subscribe, do all the free things.
Yeah, do all the free things. It doesn't cost you anything.
I'm snoozing just in case.
And then also hit the share button too. Share me around. I promise I won't embarrass you.
Yeah, Chuck, we won't embarrass you.
Who's Chuck?
I don't know.
Whoever this Chuck person is, I want to meet him now. Chuck, we miss you. Come back to us.
Yes, we miss you, Chuck. Come back to us. Wake up, Chuck.
Chuck. And if your last name is Norris, stay 10,000 feet away from me because I don't want to die.
Yeah, I also just don't want to meet Chuck Norris ever.
But you guys have a wonderful day. And I will see you guys in like, I guess 2 hours? Fucking Christ. Maybe I need to push the stream. Maybe I need to push the stream back 2 hours.
Maybe.
Hi, Hyper. We are actually ending.
Hi, Hyper. Yes, we're ending the podcast. The 10th episode of our podcast that we do on our own.
Yeah, if you pop into like the Lounge 18 Plus, I'll go over what happened. So, guys, I love you all. I'll see you guys there. Bye.